Your Ford diesel can last 500,000 miles. Long-term owner data confirms it, but most owners unknowingly destroy their engines long before reaching that milestone. Service records show 6.0-liter engines, 6.4-liter engines, 6.7-liter engines, and transit diesels failing under 100,000 miles. Not because Ford built bad engines, because owners develop bad habits without realizing it. The dangerous part is these habits feel completely normal. Today, we are exposing 7 driving behaviors that quietly shave years off your turbo, your injectors, your diesel particulate filter, and your fuel system. Mistake number 5 is the silent killer of the modern 6.7 Power Stroke, and most owners have never heard of the system it destroys. If you drive a Ford diesel, keep watching, because this information could save your engine. Mistake number 7, cold starting and driving off immediately. This habit causes the most damage during winter months, and almost every diesel owner does it. When you start a cold diesel and immediately put it in gear, you are spinning internal components at thousands of RPM with almost no lubrication. Diesel oil turns to syrup in cold temperatures. During the first seconds after startup, oil has not reached turbo bearings, camshaft lobes, lifters, or high-pressure fuel components. Those parts run metal on metal. One 2019 F-250 owner remote started his truck every morning, waited 10 seconds, jumped in, and drove to work. By 80,000 miles, turbo shaft play was visible without even touching it. That was not a Ford defect. That was cold start abuse destroying turbo bearings over thousands of dry startups. The fix takes 30 seconds. Let your truck idle 30 to 45 seconds before putting it in gear. Do not rev the engine during this time. Drive gently until coolant and oil temperatures reach the normal range. Save boost and heavy acceleration for when the engine is actually warm. This single change adds years to turbo life. Mistake number 6, excessive idling. Diesel owners often idle at job sites, drive-thrus, parking lots, warming up or cooling down. But extended idling destroys diesel engines faster than almost any other habit. When diesels idle, combustion temperatures stay too low for complete fuel burn. Incomplete combustion produces massive soot that coats your EGR valve, DPF, turbo vanes, intake manifold, and piston rings. The bigger problem is fuel dilution. At low temperatures, raw diesel washes down cylinder walls and ends up in your oil. That contaminated oil destroys bearings. Commercial truck records prove it. Bucket trucks idling 5 to 7 hours daily require turbo cleaning, EGR replacement, oil changes every 3,000 miles, and injector replacement by 150,000 miles. Low idle trucks from identical fleets last nearly twice as long, with about half the repair costs. If you are idling more than 90 seconds, shut it off. If you must idle for PTO equipment, use high idle mode to raise combustion temperatures. Your diesel is not a generator. Mistake number 5, short trip driving. This is the DPF, the diesel particulate filter, assassin that nobody talks about. Short trip driving might be the #1 killer of modern 6.7-liter emission systems. Modern diesels need sustained high temperatures for combustion and regeneration cycles. Short trips never let the engine reach operating temperature. During 2 to 5 minute drives, multiple systems get damaged simultaneously. The turbo never warms up, causing poor lubrication and soot buildup. Combustion stays too cool, producing heavy particulates. The DPF overloads because it needs sustained highway temperatures to burn clean. Regeneration attempts get interrupted repeatedly, overwhelming the filter. Extra fuel injected for regeneration can wash into the engine oil. The EGR, the exhaust gas recirculation system, clogs from cold conditions. One 2020 F-350 with only 22,000 miles started running horribly. The owner lived 2 miles from work. Every day was start, drive 2 minutes, park. At 22,000 miles on a nearly new truck, the results were a clogged DPF, sticking turbo vanes, fuel in the oil, a clogged EGR, rough idle, and poor mileage. Brand new truck with 200,000-mile problems. If you make short trips, schedule one 25 to 30-minute highway drive once a week. Keep the RPM between 1,900 and 2,200. Let the truck reach full temperature and complete a regeneration cycle. If you are learning something new, hit that like button because the next habits kill turbos and transmissions. Mistake number 4, lugging the engine under load. Drivers think low RPM means fuel efficiency. For diesels under load, the opposite is true. Picture towing 10,000 pounds at 1,200 RPM. The truck feels like it is working hard. You think you are being gentle. You are actually killing it. Low RPM means low oil pressure when you need it most. The turbo struggles to build boost efficiently. High load at low RPM creates dangerously high cylinder pressures that cause rod bearing wear. Turbo vanes accumulate soot. Exhaust gas temperatures spike unpredictably. A 2014 F350 owner lugged constantly while towing a fifth wheel. He never downshifted. He just let the engine pull at low RPM up every grade. By 120,000 miles, head gaskets failed. He blamed Ford. It was lugging, plain and simple. Tow in the 1,800 to 2,300 RPM range. Downshift before hills, not during them. Never floor the throttle at 1,200 RPM. Let your diesel work within its design torque band. Mistake number 3, hot shutdown after heavy load. This is the turbo killer hiding at every campground, construction site, and rest area. You're towing up a long grade, exhaust gas temperatures running hot, the turbo spinning at maximum speed. You reach the top, pull into a parking spot, and shut off immediately. That sequence destroys turbochargers. When you kill the engine after hard pulls, several damaging things happen at once. The turbo stays 700 to 1,000 degrees on the turbine side while oil circulation stops instantly. Oil trapped inside cooks into carbon that scratches bearing surfaces. A 2016 F350 owner towed horses regularly. Every time he reached the barn, he turned the engine off and walked away. No cool down ever. By 85,000 miles, the turbo sounded like a dentist drill. Shaft play was so bad the blades touched the housing. It cost over $2,100 to replace. After towing, climbing grades, or hard driving, idle for 2 to 4 minutes. Watch exhaust gas temperatures drop below 350 degrees, then shut down the engine. This applies to all Ford diesels equally. This single habit doubles turbo lifespan. Mistake number 2, bad towing technique. Ford diesels were built to tow, not to survive bad towing habits. The patterns are consistent across every failed truck. Towing in too high a gear causes lugging damage. Riding the brakes downhill overheats rotors and can boil brake fluid. Ignoring transmission temperature allows fluid breakdown. Trucks regularly hit 230 to 250 degrees because drivers do not downshift. Flooring the throttle while towing spikes exhaust gas temperatures dangerously. Using cruise control on steep grades lets the computer automatically floor the engine. One 2018 F250 owner towed a large camper every weekend without monitoring RPM, temperatures, or grades. By 90,000 miles, the truck needed a new turbo, a new EGR valve, a transmission service, and new intercooler boots. All of that was preventable with proper technique. Keep RPM between 1,800 and 2,400 underload. Downshift before the engine struggles. Monitor exhaust gas temperatures. Avoid cruise control on steep terrain. Cool down after every session. Mistake number 1, ignoring DEF system maintenance. This is the #1 killer of modern 6.7 power stroke engines, and most owners do not understand how the system works. DEF freezes at 12 degrees. It crystallizes when contaminated, and it degrades when stored improperly. The injector that sprays it into the exhaust is extremely sensitive to quality. Contaminated DEF clogs the injector, triggers limp mode, and damages selective catalytic reduction catalysts, costing $2,000 to $4,000 to replace. One owner used off-brand DEF from a questionable source. Within 6,000 miles, the injector clogged, the catalyst was damaged, and the repair bill was $3,500. The DEF savings totaled maybe $40. Use only. A PI-certified DEF from sealed containers. Never let DEF sit in the tank over a year. Keep the tank above 1/4 full in cold weather for heater efficiency. Your Ford diesel was engineered to last 500,000 miles. But 7 common habits quietly destroy even the strongest components. Cold starts without a warm-up, excessive idling, short trips lugging the engine, hot shutdowns, poor towing technique, and neglecting diesel exhaust fluid. Eliminate these habits, and your diesel will reward you with decades of service.